Radon, it's a serious problem. A lot of times it's not given enough importance in the purchase of a home. So, Brad, let's go through this quickly. What is radon? How does it get into our homes?
So radon is a radioactive gas that permeates up through the rock that we live on. It's odorless, it's colorless. We don't know it's there. The only way to measure it is to use a technical device. So you know there's simple products you can use like a charcoal canister that's there, but home inspectors like my company, we use more sophisticated testing equipment. There's also equipment available that you can purchase, like I have for my house, that tests the indoor air quality year round.
Mm-hmm. The problem is if it goes unabated,
Yeah.
we measure radon levels in picocuries. The limit here in the United States is 4 picocuries or above needs to be
Yes.
mitigated.
Right.
Unfortunately, over in Europe, it's what 2.8
Two,
pico.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's two. I think it's 2.5 in
Okay.
Europe and in Canada. Yeah, there's about 21,000 deaths a year that are attributed to it because it's the leading cause of lung cancer for non-smokers.
And the
So
second leading cause of lung cancer among smokers.
for
Yeah.
right,
Right.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's, I mean, EPA says that 1 out of every 15 homes has elevated levels of radon. It was only discovered in the mid 80s when the discovery even happened that we had
Hmm.
this gas in our homes. But today in the Louisville area, because we are considered to be the highest level of radon, what they call level one, EPA suggests that about 52% of homes in our area have elevated levels of radon. So it's either you or your neighbor, according to the EPA.
Yeah. We should point out that if you're at all concerned, if it has not been tested, or even if it has been tested many, many years ago, you may want to have a radon test now. The cost on that these days for a radon test, Brad?
I mean, you're somewhere under $200
Okay.
to have it tested.
The
So it's not
mitigation, yeah, mitigation can be a little bit higher.
little
Yeah.
mitigation is going to different is going to depend on the home and the installation of it. You're probably looking at 900 to 1200 plus for the mitigation. So it's not horrifically expensive. It's better than living with it for sure, but it's not like a $15,000
Yeah.
cost for most homes.
And one final caveat to this is if you're having it radon tested in your home by a licensed tester, I would always suggest that you not use somebody who also does mitigation
Yeah.
because I personally feel, I don't know how you guys feel, it's a conflict of interest because they can, not that they're going to, but there's always that opportunity. The numbers may be a little different and you want somebody who does the testing by themselves and then you find a separate group to do the installation for mitigation if you need
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Or just to make sure that they're using the highest level of equipment, like I use the AirThings Corinium Pros, which are Bluetooth enabled. They're continuous monitors, so you have a graph showing the actual readout during the entire time. It's checking the temperature, it's checking the barometric pressures. Speaking of barometric pressures, you ought to see what happened when the windstorm came through. It's the
Yeah.
lowest reading I've ever seen on my monitor. Crazy, like hurricane low pressure. But it also they're tamper resistant, so somebody couldn't take it outside to try to have the detector breathe fresh air. But the best companies are going to use the best equipment out there for sure.
And that, Chuck, you may want to, I don't know if you've done this. I know you're in a condo, but um, Air Things, that's the one that I bought that you recommended from
Yes.
through Amazon.
Yeah.
And it monitors and you got a remote on your phone, so you're able to see at any one time and graphs.
Mhm.
So I don't know, Chuck, how much you're into this, but it's so important. You might, what was it, about $200 maybe for it, a
Yeah,
little more
I
than that?
mean, the systems start those continuous radon monitors, depending on what you got. I think, Bob, you got more of an upgraded. I think you got the Wave system. I have what's called the
Yeah,
Wave Plus with the hub, so I can
yeah,
see, everything about my house from, when I'm even out
yeah,
somewhere else, other part of
right.
the country.
Yeah,
But they're going to run 150 to 250, $300 for that
yeah.
system. The other thing that's kind of curious, if people want to know, go to radonmap.com and you will see pockets of where radon is high, and you will see the seasonal trends, like my house transmits, so I get my data is included with all of the other data there on radon map, and you can see during the winter months radon is higher than it is at other times of the year. Once we close those windows up, we close those doors up, and the heat's running, the radon levels are going up in our homes.
Yeah.
So it is a seasonal condition as well. But radonmap.com shows the seasonal variation through all different parts of Louisville. Pretty
Yep.
interesting map.
I wish we had vision right now on the radio to tell. Show. It's a very interesting map.
Yeah.